Good afternoon, the chairman, Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center and Legal Department, co-comrades and reviewers. Helping with solution alive from Ikeja Allen Avenue branch have a case of lawful adoption reported by EMMANUEL OGWUCHE against Dr. Thomson of Bone Matters Hospital. Please join us as we interview the parties for a peaceful resolution. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, Access to Justice TV, and follow us on our Facebook page of Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center. For more useful information, visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng. Thank you. Once again, please be mindful of your comments and let's be attentive to resolve the case amicably. Thank you. Okay, I have the mic. Tell us how you're going to disturb this. Your name?
Good morning. Good afternoon. My name is Oguchi Emmanuel.
Use that mic properly and not it's not for
Good afternoon. My name is Oguchi Emmanuel.
okay.
On the 2nd of October, I had an accident at Lekki. So I was admitted at Road Matters Hospital.
What kind of
3rd.
accident?
I was crossing the road and a dispatch rider.
Make use of the mic.
I was crossing the road. A dispatch rider hit me from the side of the road after crossing.
Yeah.
So I was admitted at Road Matters Hospital on the 3rd of October last year. So when I got there,
Who took you to the hospital?
my fiance,
Eh?
my fiance took me to the hospital.
Yeah. At what time?
Uh, Evening time around 6 to 7.
Were you unconscious?
I wasn't unconscious.
Eh?
I wasn't unconscious, man.
Why?
So when we were there, he gave me first aid treatment before he could proceed.
Can you hold the mic?
When
please?
we got there, he gave me the first aid treatment before he could proceed to the normal treatment. After he asked me to deposit um, some part payment from the hospital bill. He was going
Leave
to
the
charge
paper and talk whatever you want to tell us from your mind. At least you were not unconscious,
me. Yes.
so you understood what took place.
Yes.
Drop the paper and concentrate and give the statement first.
So after then, he requested for part payment, which I told him that I didn't have any money with me to pay that minute. I will get back to him that I should call my company first and let them know how it's going. Because that very day I got the accident, I closed from work and I was trying to go with them. So he gave me the grace. I called my company. They asked me to ask him if he works with HMO, if his hospital is aligned with HMO, which I did. So I asked him. He said yes. So I was sent my HMO code I should give to him for him to be able to connect to the HMO, and he told me the HMO company that he's going to connect to, which is Azamasa, and I told him so. So on the long run, I had to pay 150,000 as part payment before
You paid what?
150,000
Mm-hmm.
as part payment from the hospital bill. And before then, he has told me that I could be getting injections, antibiotics injections that he's going to use for me. After paying everything, that he's going to refund the injections money to me because he has included everything inside the bill that he has written for the HMO. So after he finished with the bill, he brought it back to me, asked me to take it now to my company, which I told him that my company does not have any business with the bill. That what he needs to do is for him to connect with the HMO online, and they'll do whatever they want to do. I don't.
That problem is taken upon that you are holding mic. You can drop the mic and talk normal if you feel the mic is disturbing you. You hold the mic with two hands, you cannot talk. I don't know if you feel it's your hand that is speaking or it's your voice that you need to be audible.
Sorry. So he said he could not connect to the HMO. Then I let my company to know immediately that the doctor is unable to connect with the HMO. So the money they sent to him for another part payment, which is 300,000 naira, was the my HR told me that it was supposed to be like a token to me. But since he could not connect to the HMO, they are going to send it to him as part payment for him, which I accepted and agreed, which they sent it to him. So the money was now altogether 450,000 naira. And the money he charged me was 760 for the leg that I broke. And the way he listed it, my company asked me, is he giving me drugs or any other thing that I will need there? And I told them no. And he was not giving me drugs. And the injection I bought it with my own money, which he said he was going to refund back the money to me when the time comes. So since everything was not like that, the girls contemplating on the bill. The bill was too much. You should reduce from it since I don't have anybody that will pay for me and I was getting better already so that I could go home. So he said I should rally round and bring the money back to him. Which I told him that since 4 months I was here, none of my family members came to visit me, which you know, I don't have anybody around. The only person I had was my fiancée that we came together.
Is it that you don't have family, or you choose not to tell your family, or they choose not to come
No,
and visit you?
I have sisters, but my sister is at Enugu and she's not well okay.
Don't hit the two.
She's not well okay. And my second sister is at Benue State. Now she's inside the village taking care of my grandma. So I had nobody that would come around to help or anything. So I told him like that and he refused to let me go. He asked me that I should rally around and bring the money, which I told him I don't have anybody or anywhere to rally around to. Where I'm working, my job is at stake. Where I'm working, my job is at stake. That if he does not allow me to go and resume at my working place, I might lose the job because I'm a contract staff. And every year, if they do review of our job and they didn't find any reasonable thing from my own side, I will be terminated from the contract, which I told him. Then he refused. He didn't even say anything. But the last time we pleaded with him, me and some of the patients at the hospital, he actually said he was going to send me home to the police station for them to write undertaking for me to sign that I will sign that I will be paying the money gradually, if I start working. So I accepted that I will sign.
Give me the mic. Go ahead.
I accepted that I will sign, which he didn't do. A day, 2 days, after 3 days, I went to meet him back again. Sir, I didn't hear from you. This thing you said I was going to sign.
Are you aware that I'm not the only one talking, listening to you?
Yes.
You are aware. I also ask you to go, and then I will move to where I'm going. Since you have difficulties in speaking, this person is waiting for me, I'm going for a meeting. Since you are too matured not to talk, and that is the highest in which you can talk, and people cannot listen to you, and behaving like a musician, I will only adjourn the case till further notice when I will attend to it.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am. So since then, I went to meet him back. How about the undertaking you said I was going to sign? He didn't say anything, then he moved away. So I waited after 2 days again. I didn't hear from him. That was when I came down to human rights to report the case.
Okay, if you exist, how did you get out of the place before you come to this place?
Um, they actually told me when I went to meet him, he said I could not go home because I went to meet him that I told him that I want to go home. I'll be coming from home for the remaining treatment. Then I'll be going to work, which he told me that I could not go. Then and the reason why I could come here was that normally we used to go out to get food and some other things. So I had to use that opportunity to come down.
Have you ever resisted your movement out of the place? Was there any time you tried to go out of the compound and we heard you or call the police to hold you not to move from the place?
He has restricted me from going out twice.
How?
He told me that I'm in an hospital, that a patient is not supposed to be going out from the hospital. Then I told him that, yeah, they don't sell food here. I have to go and buy food.
Who have been buying food for you when you were
My
your
fiance,
situation was critical?
my fiance.
Okay. thought you are to get off from here and enter this. So you outside, go and get the fuel from the man and keep it. None of you touch the jet. Come, madam, don't off that gen. Okay, because you will only run out. I will see you doing something else. Take the fuel from him until I'm done with this.
My
Yes.
fiance she was the one getting me the food then.
So at what point did she stop getting you food?
No, she was still getting me food till when I started doing exercise. Then sometimes I would insist that we should go together since I'm doing exercise. That was how I started going out from
So how much have you paid the hospital so far?
450,000.
450,000.
Yes, ma'am.
And you were billed how much?
760,000.
760,000. What about your company? I thought your company took over the payment.
They didn't take over the payment, ma'am.
So what was the connection of the your HM whatever they sent to them?
The HMO.
Hmm.
The what they actually told me was that every 3 months they used to pay 10 million naira to the HMO account for we staffs that are working under them for our health issue. Anytime we have health issue, we go to the hospital that they'll be able to connect with. So that after that one, the company is not like they are not allowed to handle any health issue since they are paying 10 million naira already to the HMO company. So I asked them if
Are you entitled to it as a staff
yes,
of
I'm
the place,
entitled
or
to it.
because you are not a permanent staff, or you are a contrary staff, you are not entitled?
I'm entitled to it.
So how come that the HMO did not pay
The doctor didn't connect to it.
eh?
The doctor didn't connect to it.
And he told your company that he's connected to them?
When I came first, I asked him. He said yes, that he does HMO.
How did you ask him? Have you
I
been having accident or having issue, health challenges?
no,
How did you just go to the hospital and you started asking him, are you connected to HMO?
I was on the bed when I asked. I sent my fiance to him
Mm.
to ask that if his hospital works with HMO. He said yes. So that was when I wrote out my HMO number and gave to my fiance to go and give to him before he printed this bill to me.
Okay, did you tell him that you should be allowed to go and you pay the bills, or you told him that you are not going to pay, hence he's not connected to HMO?
No, I went to meet him. The first day I went to meet him, I met him that since he had 450 already and he could not connect to the HMO, that he should just allow us go home and I'll be coming from home till we finalize everything up for me to
Eh?
be free. To finalize everything up for me to be free from it. Then he said no, that I should just go and rally around and bring the money before he will discharge me.
Okay, if he has already asked you to go and find, I mean, go out and rally around and bring the money, how did you not say he seized you in the hospital? Because he's the one that say I asked you to go out and rally around. How were you seized?
Because he kept telling me that I should not go anywhere.
And
After
the same
then,
person asked you to go and rally around.
yes, yes,
Your statement is
and
not straight.
he asked me to rally around.
Mm-hmm.
The very day he asked me to rally around,
Mm-hmm.
when I was supposed to ask him that, like tell him I don't have anywhere to go to apart from going to my company back to start work, he walked out of me, from me.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, we've been pleading with him. And the other day, I came back from outside. Me and my fiance went out to get something. When I came in, he said that do I know, do I realize where I am? I said yes, sir. He said where am I? I said hospital. He said how will patients be going out from the hospital? That I'm supposed to be inside the hospital. That until I'm discharged before I will go out. That was what he told him. That was what he told me that very day. Until I'm discharged before I will go out.
So what was the last argument between you and him before you reported him?
The last argument between me and him was still the same issue on the bill payment. So I was pleading. I even have it on record.
That
I have
are
the
you okay now?
yes. I thank God. Yes, ma'am.
You are fine now.
Yes, ma'am.
So why did you refuse to pay him his money?
When I came, I told him that I don't have money to pay.
So who paid all the bills you paid?
My company made back payments for me
Of how much?
of 300,000.
Did you tell the company that the bills was 700 and something?
I showed them everything. This bill, the way he gave it to me, I showed them everything.
But you, the hospital and your company ought to liaise and work it out. So you said you are the CSO.
Yes.
Give me the mic. I hope you can. Can you talk? Let me know the strength you can.
Abba, mommy,
Okay. Respond to this complaint, please.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
My name is Owulaja Oludaisi Olufe.
Okay.
I'm the CSO to Dr. Thomson, the Bolo Road Market.
CSO, is it not Chief Security Officer?
Officer, yeah.
Okay. What is your connection as a Chief Security Officer to the medical this thing that you're talking about?
Okay, ma'am. I'm a police
Because
officer.
it should be a HR, not CSO.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm a police officer.
Uh-huh.
When I had an accident, I could not go to. They made me to take care of the hospital there as security. So since then, all of the patients, they all knows me, even including himself. But let me go straight to his point. When Mr. Iman was brought to that hospital, actually, in fact, the accident, I may say, is serious. I have the X-ray there, which he has almost 4 places broken. You can tell you the.
Oh, go ahead.
Now, we were brought there. Even 1 naira, doctor did not collect from me. But make sure it treated you. Then you couldn't walk. Even you didn't stick. Even to sit down, you couldn't. You are there. Not only you there, there were many. Out of human feeling, this man started treating you. In fact, I will come because he has a phase 1, phase 2. If I'm not in phase 1, I will come and check the other patients, not minding my situation too, which he knows. I'll make sure I go to the wards. Okay, if there's any problem, Now, all of a sudden, after some months, then the doctor called me. Said, come on, this man has not paid 1 naira. I said, Daddy, don't worry. Since you have been treating him, and the company said they are going to pay, you should not worry. I can equally show you some documents there from BRTs, which most of the drivers, it was fatal. They ran away, which he knows. Now, all that I've done, this man has been treating you. After some months, let's say 3, 4, 5 months, he started working with stick. I wanted to give you even this worker. I was even happy. I said, okay, man, after you come to me, I play with you. Then you brought 150. I said, you were complaining that you don't have money. The doctor has to liaise that with your company. Said, okay. Then the company paid 300 naira. 300,000. Totaling 460. Then you are here now. How many times have people there beg on your behalf for going out? Even I personally, the day you are talking now, I was there. You are coming with your girlfriend. There, public outside there, see you held your the doctor says, Mr. Olu, look, this boy realize that you are in the hospital. If anything happens to you outside now, how do you want him to explain? I was there. Even at times, you will leave that hospital without telling anybody. All said and done, people will be complaining. I know how to talk to doctor. Say, doctor, okay, don't worry. I will make sure nobody destroy your movement. Now, even though if you go out, go to the parlor on that bridge here. And you know, when those boys were fighting there, the doctor was so worried that what do I do for this man to go? I said, okay. Then, in the house with your company there, then those people said they are not going to pay for you any longer. You should know that today.
course. It's no
of
longer
his
in
behavior. Their company said they are not going to pay for him again.
It's no longer
That he should go and know how to clear himself. Then the doctor called you. Say, I told you that we don't, we will move from it, and you know your leg. You are not here to pay. Can you run? Which I told you. And you know those boys were fighting. That was the concern. That nobody ever restricted your movement. And you know there's gate, everything. If you are coming back, it will be around 10, 11, 12. At times, it might have blocked gate. At times, of the hospital. Even those patients, they were complaining. I called you. You are the one sitting there now. Even before you took this decision. Last 2 weeks, we discharged one woman. The same accident too. Even the woman, I have the copies there. Those people with me, they are nurses. Then we are pleading and saying, Mommy, I said, okay, let me talk to the doctor. If we are going to, when are you going to pay? Now your company said, and you have been moving here and there. If you come, you not see you, even when during treatment, they will keep on looking for you. And this man was saying, you know the way they were fighting outside. Please don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. The other boy you people are staying with, that one now, after you left, that one ran away. This is it. But you are now okay. Now, did you tell me? That was how, when I told you, I said, this one I asked you when I come here. I said, come, did you tell me all this thing? If doctor tell you that, okay, you're going to talk to Mumpo, that you come and write, undertaking, how you are going to pay, and you are aware of that, did you come to me that Mumpo, come, see what you want, or see what doctor wants? I challenge you.
Is the hospital, Mr. CSO, is the hospital affiliated with HMO?
Though affiliated to,
HMO.
yes. Yes.
So how come the HMO did not take over the permit?
His payment?
You listened to his statements that your hospital is not affiliated to HMO. And with the payment ought to be made
By the hospital.
by the HMO
Of the hospital?
Yes.
No, oh,
Of
sorry.
his company.
Of his company?
Ah.
Of his company?
Yes.
No, it's not
What
affiliated
is
to
no?
the hospital is not affiliated to any.
Then the fault is from your hospital.
How, ma'am?
If it, yes, because he asked if the hospital is affiliated to HMO, he said yes. Every organized company, just like he explained, have a reserved money paid to the company for this kind of situation if needs arise. And a situation like that, it is the fund from that place that they use to foot the bills. And that can only be done if the hospital is affiliated to HMO.
What I can say there, man, because the hospital, when the doctor contacted them, that was why initially they paid 300,000. The balance.
This is the reason why I said you are not the right person to be in the meeting. Because if they are talking on security aspects or who restricted this movement out of the premises, then you should be in a better position as a CSO of the place. No, I have a security officers there. Nobody restricted this movement. Even you are at the gate. Nobody stop him going out. And if they stop him going out, this is the reason nobody sees him coming
Yes,
to represent and answering opposite of my question. It's not making proper sense to me.
Okay, ma'am.
You heard him that he said he asked your doctor, the owner of the hospital, repeat what you said, let him.
If they work with HMO, he said yes.
He said yes.
And he asked me for, and I told him that I will bring my HMO number, which is this one. This is my HMO number I gave to him.
Explain to him what the HMO
Means.
HMO means
not
is
supposed to be here.
the HMO number is the number that there's
Speak
another
up,
company,
speak up.
another company that works under my own company on our own health care behalf. Like they pay money to them on our own behalf. If anything happens to us, if we go to the hospital, the company won't be in position to pay for the hospital bills. It will be the HMO people that will pay for the bill. That was what I asked him, and he said yes.
And my purpose of coming here is that, according to the doctor, that you were being restricted, that they will hold you hostage, that you should not go out. Who says so? That
His
we
own
didn't allow you to
mistake
go
that
out.
he has not
If you are
discharged
to
me.
be here in that regards, or everything boiled down on the bills.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, the context is the bills given to him, and they disallow him going out of the place because of the bill the hospital gave to him for his treatment. Secondly, he expected the company HMO to foot the bills on the ground that the doctor told him that is connected or is affiliated to HMO. But in this case, the hospital is not affiliated to that because he is not expecting himself to foot the bills. Hence, the provision had been made already and is a staff of the company. It is the responsibility of the HMO to pick the
Pay the
bill,
company.
to pay the company if your hospital also is affiliated to that. And the situation where the hospital told him that they are and eventually they are not, then it's not his fault. He's not supposed to be held responsible to foot the bills from his pockets. Did you understand? Yeah, that is the bone of contention. That is the issue. So the hospital is not supposed to resist or refuse his discharge. If he's suitable enough, he's capable to be discharged, they ought to have discharged him and write a formal letter to the company, to the HM, where they will make the payment to the company. If he is not working in the company or he did not have the entitlement in the company, in the first place, they wouldn't have paid the 300,000 they paid to the company. Stop, I believe they stop the payment because the hospital is not affiliated to HM.
Sir, sir. As long as you want in that organization, yeah.
And they can do that on the ground that your hospital is connected to HMO. So if your hospital is not connected to HMO, you are not expecting him to pay. How much is your salary?
50,000.
50,000. And you are giving him a bill of 700,000. Then how many years are you expecting him to foot the bills from his own
Okay,
personal pocket?
ma'am.
So for the company to pay 300,000, then he's entitled to such a medical what's it called? Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, if I may ask, what other thing that I would like you to enlighten me now? Now, we am hearing that the doctor or the hospital is not affiliated to HMO, and at the first instance they paid. Now, as the hospital, the company said they are not going to pay. That is the one to respond for his bill.
Yeah, if no, the hospital, the what's it called?
The company.
The company cannot say they should be the one to pay the bills.
That is what I am
Because
saying now.
let me
This
see
is
the
what
diary
there is
paper.
on ground.
Hold on. Is the reason why I said you are not supposed to be, you're not the right person to be in the meeting. Who's supposed to be in this meeting should be your human resources or the doctor. Yes.
And this was the card. And date I paid. 7 days after I was.
They are working with Continental Hotel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This letter was written from your hospital to his company, and where his HMO is whatever number is appeared here. And this letter was drafted by your company, and every information provided here shows that he's entitled to medical treatment of this kind. Otherwise, he would have been given this code from the hotel where he works. One, if your company, your hospital have written an official letter to the company, and in return, they respond to them by paying some bills, meaning they are committed. Yes, that is commitment. So it should be this hospital and his company, not an individual. This is a formal letter. This is an official letter written from your company to this to his company.
On his behalf.
And yeah,
On his behalf.
On his behalf, yes.
yes,
And they have processed you
they are, yeah,
300,000,
yes,
which shows that they are committed to making sure that it's relieved from his pains and is treated.
it's treated.
Now, if your organization has any problem at all, right, they should hike his company.
Yeah.
They should write the company officially. You understand me now? Your organization should write his own company. They have been committed to this. Even if you take them to court today, they have committed themselves by
They have committed themselves by paying 300,000.
and he's paying money for that is from his salary. From his salary, the salary ends when they deduct HMO money from his own salary. Did you get me now? So he doesn't have any liability to you. More so when he had an issue, even the boy himself said he asked if you people are affiliated with HMO.
Yeah.
It's not his fault any longer. But your company can still retrieve your money from HMO. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
If they have paid to this extent, then they will pay the balance.
They will pay the balance.
It is knowing what you are supposed to do that it is not true.
If they want to negotiate the bill, is between the hospital and his company, not him. Because he cannot really understand the treatment. All he's after, let him be fit. You understand? So your hospital have no reason or right to seize him at the hospital for any reason. If they have written to the hospital, one, to the company, this is the, I think they acknowledge this later. Was there any response from your company to them?
The next month they responded back, and there's a question they asked me.
Yeah.
They asked me if audio services was rendered to me.
So what did you say?
What did you
I told
answer?
them no.
Okay, why did you say no? What are the treatment that you did not, that was not that they did not apply on you?
Like they gone for drugs now.
You were not given drugs,
I was not giving drugs.
not even one.
Not even paracetamol.
Do you know?
I wasn't giving one drug.
Were you given injection?
Injection, I bought it with my money.
So
And occupational therapy that is there.
Speak up.
Occupational therapy that is there.
Yeah.
You don't understand it. It's in an hospital. If they charge you for occupational therapy, they are supposed to attach a nurse to you that will be taking care of you,
yeah.
which wasn't done. It was my fiancée that did everything. If I pull, she would be the one to throw it away. If I knit, she would be the one to throw it away.
So one of the professional charges is you cannot say that accommodation, yes, 500 per day.
Accommodation, where I was kept,
Mm.
everybody there are paying 300.
Yes, even
I'm
if
the only one paying 500.
you are the only one paying 500.
Yes.
Why? Were
In
you
the
given a
public,
special?
It's not a special place. I'm even in the middle of everybody that are paying 300. We are all
Okay.
together in the same ward.
So all these things are things that your hospital and the company need to sort out, not him. Because if you ask, if I send a staff to a particular hospital and you send a bill to me, I gave her 3 injection, whereas there was no any application of injection. I will still, I have the right to say that I'm not going to pay for the bills. This is where the issue is coming out from. You wrote out a quotation or a receipt, more or less like a receipt. You wrote drugs here. Drug is about 180,000. 180,000, whereas they have not given him not one drug, not even paracetamol, and the person is not dead. Who you claim to have given drugs is still alive. How did you sort out this? And the paper is with him, not that you fly the paper to the company and started demanding money. It's a visible something, it's not a spiritual thing. You claim you gave him drug of 180,000. Then you occupational therapy. Nobody, you did not assign anybody to him to do all that. He has somebody that is doing. So are they to pay the hospital, and the hospital will pay his fiancé? How? Or did the hospital eventually
Did
employ
you
the
understand
fiancé?
CRIES?
I'm listening.
Eh? Then you write professional charges 140,000, which is negotiable.
Nobody came.
If I were you, I will go back to my company and ask them to do it.
Do you understand?
I understand.
Yeah.
Now, you are saying nobody gave you treatment, but we have been treated. You know this place is a medical.
Try.
It's a medical area.
Okay.
And most of the drugs they are using there is herbs.
Apps.
It's herbs. But for almost 6, 7, 8 months now, are you telling me you have not been receiving
I've
treatment?
not even stayed
Apart
there.
from injection.
Eh?
Do they inject
How
anybody
do
there?
they treat?
And those people,
Yeah.
They use oil, the same oil they use for everybody.
No, forget whatever
Forget
they
about that.
use,
They use
whatever
something
they
to
apply. After all, if you have
Look
what
at-
to keep
apart from
fit,
that
you
oil,
would
look
have
at
done.
the-
No,
they
keep
didn't
that.
use any special. They didn't use any special thing for me.
Okay, hold on, sir.
Precisely.
Excuse
But they
me.
use a professional way of
Yeah.
The stick and bandage. I'm the one that used to buy bandage.
you know you have a
It's
broken
not-
leg, 4 places.
Hold on, sir. Listen to me. If somebody come in here and you're, God forbid, you are a blind person, and somebody walk in here, the person might not be a pastor, may not be a man to perform miracle, and the person walk in here, I have a gift, either spiritual gift or herbal gift, either born with it, I will make you to see. Are you really concerned if the person is going to spit, to apply the spit on your eye and you see? Is that your concern? If the person use spit and your eye is open and you become somebody that is seen, are you not supposed to pay the person for his or her service?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, are you supposed to be concerned whatever the person used to heal you?
No, ma'am.
Because
So if you
that
said
one.
it's a common noye, how come that you did not buy the common noye or
And
get
treat
and
yourself
treat
at home.
yourself at home and get fit?
No, ma'am. What I'm trying to say
Yes.
is that this bill it gives to money for drug. We are
Hold on. Were you given anything to drink?
drug for no.
No.
The only thing that
Is that place a hospital or a medical center where they cook herb, they cook root, they use herb to apply on your leg and all that?
just hot water. After the hot water, they use the oil on it. Then they bandage it with the oil.
So it's hot water, oil, and bandage
Yes.
that they use for your leg.
Yes.
How many places do you have fracture?
Okay, and now
Eh?
4 places. Okay, and now
4 places.
Yes.
You confirm that you have 4 fractures on your leg as an adult,
And you can walk now.
and you can walk now.
But you cannot walk that time.
And when it happened, I could not use it.
But you can walk now.
Yes.
Okay, let me tell you one thing. You are saying it as if you wake up from your bed, a miracle happened, you started walking on the road. As far as it's not a medical hospital you went, be very careful. But who set this leg and break the leg? Are you aware?
I know.
Who set the least leg now that you are walking can stay inside his house and still break this leg wherever they are? So the only thing is because I thought you were talking about drug, is a medical hospital, they give you drug, they get the injection and all that is what you are contesting. Hold on.
He gave me injection which I bought with my money, and he said he was going to deduct it from the bill.
Has he deducted those?
No,
Have you asked him if he deducted?
You have not paid.
Because
Before he started claiming, demanding 300 and something thousand, all of you ought to have sit down and spend social amount of money for the drugs you asked me to buy. These are the receipts. Deduct it from these bills, my balance. Then you will know what is your total balance. Because if you are letting your company to, you are giving an impression that there was no treatment, for that reason
That is
your
why the
company
company
should
stopped
not pay this bill.
And that is bad.
You are endangering yourself, because if it happen to you, if you are not fit, the same company will retrench you. Because if you are not fit, no company will employ you. They can just maybe pay you off and move on with your life. So if it's something that need to be negotiated, let there be a room for negotiation. How much you have paid for the medical, your treatment, or the injection and all that. If you have your receipt, you bring it, they will deduct it.
I have all my receipts.
How much did you buy? How much did you use in buying it?
I bought injection 30, 36,000.
36,000.
Yes,
And you first make the deposit of how much?
150.
150,000.
Yes.
And your company paid 300,000,
Yes, ma'am.
making 450,000. And you now paid bought a drug 30,000.
No, not just the drug, just injection. But I have other receipts for drugs I have been using.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you calculated it now. You say it's 30,000.
No, it's just the injection money I calculated.
The drugs,
money,
how much is you think it should be?
altogether almost 100 and
100 and something thousand.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, Oga, you will go back to your doctor. So far, so with the money that they have paid, so far should be enough for the hospital as a medical center. If all his injection had been, they applied on him, he paid with his money, the other drugs he bought drugs on his by himself, then whatever they have paid your center. Can you listen to me, CSO?
I'm hearing you.
Please, no, give me attention. I can't be
I'm,
talking.
Papa, I'm giving you.
No, you give me that.
100%.
I'm talking your pressing, so I don't know whether your mind is in that paper or you are here. You go back to your hospital. The authority that sent you, tell them we have assessed the case. The amount they have paid the hospital so far, I believe, based on the ground that the doctor confirmed to them that it's affiliated with to HMO, and whereas he's not. And secondly, because this guy have been picking his medical bill by buying all the drugs that they applied to him, whatever they have paid to them should be enough for the hospital. They should release him and let him move on with his life. Yes, that is our conclusion. Yeah. If there is any
The
other
job is appreciated. What he has done, what your organization has done is very, very good. In fact, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Because if somebody has a booking leg like this and we have done this much, I am impressed.
Yeah, try.
But there's no doubt that he has committed himself by paying so much for drugs on his own, medication, management. What you have done is management. What he has done is buying the product. Product is used in managing the legs,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So, what his own company has done is advancing money to pay the bills as per what they see that has been done. You don't understand that? And there's a notion in law that he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. You understand me now? There has to be equal performance and consideration involved. And so far, unless you want to cheat him,
Yeah.
you don't need to collect any money again. You don't understand me now? But you people have done very credible. The hospital can be recommended to anywhere again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Where is the hospital? Where is the place located?
My 12.
My 12. My 12 on that bridge.
That my 12, just ask of the Apostle Afijo. The name you mentioned, both matters.
You don't do adverts again, because if you don't do adverts, you're supposed
My
to
mommy.
they pay for adverts. So if you want to advert, I'm not even praying for anybody like to pray to God. Let them. Do you have anything at the hospital there?
Yes, man, I have things there. My X-ray, I paid for the X-ray. Stay with me.
Where is the X-ray?
This is
Oga,
Huh?
why are you holding on to his X-ray?
Because I am here to show you that
Let me
if
see.
it's not being given any treatment or whatever, that's why I
No,
have
just
to.
bring the pack like that.
No, this like this one now. This is BRT. This is the letter you gave to us now.
Okay, you will hide. What and what is it? What and what do you have in the hospital?
I have a plastic chair, buckets, and clothes.
Your clothes. Go and bring on that table. So were you told? Did the doctor told you that is the hospital that are responsible for this x-ray?
No.
I have the receipt.
Okay, you will give him his x-ray now. You don't have reason to be in position of this x-ray.
I will tell the doctor. I will tell the doctor now. So
Come.
that we are going together.
Hold on, let me have it first. Tell the doctor the human rights collector is x-ray. The x-ray belongs to me. I cannot come to, even if you go to a lab, all you need,
Yes.
if they run a test, you give it to your doctor so that he can see what he will prescribe per time. You can't run test and you see somebody's result, one x-ray lab result, you don't seize it. You just bring to the doctor,
Not
they
that
have to
the
be
X-ray
inside.
was this.
I say give it to you, say you tell the doctor. It's
It
not
was-
that
no.
it's supposed to,
It was when
by rights you
it
are not
was-
supposed to be in possession of his document or those things. You are a CSO, you are not doctor, you are not HM there. Why would you be in possession of his this thing? Give it to him, you said you will tell the doctor. Is it supposed to be with you? It's not a medical hospital, it's a child medical center, and if they bring you use it. And if you want to have the copy of it, if you have a way of snapping it, snap it and have your copy. At least this is part of his own history.
Yes.
You came here with crutch, sir. Is it the same hospital that is treating you?
Yes.
And they've not finished treating you?
Yes.
They've not. When did you have the accident?
2015.
2015 till now they have been treating you. What happened? Okay, well, you are an aged person, so the healing of your
I
age
had an
and his
accident.
cannot be.
I had an accident.
And after treating you, did not make you then make
Even
you
up to
an
now, I'm
agent?
still receiving treatment.
No, you still need to exercise.
I'm still receiving treatment.
Even this boy is still in something.
Yeah.
That's what time used to comes to me. We play, Joe. So, last week we asked, even when I come here now, how does it man they do tell me? You come, we start together as okay. Last 2 weeks we were begging that the doctor, when reduce the price of this guy. There's one larger Yabiti, all of them. Even that woman wanted to go on discharge. We all sat down there.
Just appealing to them to assist him.
Yes, so you will undertake to release his properties in your livable custody there. His clothes, I don't even know, what do you need the plastic chair for? Take your clothes and leave the plastic chair. Even if you are asked, yes, if you are asked to remove that kind of a chair, you're supposed to remove that kind of thing from the place.
My clothes next.
You pick your clothes. His clothes should be released to him. Since you say they did not seize him,
Okay, sorry, ma.
leave the let me see. What did they put? Is it not?
That's his property is to be released.
Yes. You start from here. Leave the category of the case,
Okay.
you fill it there. Your name, your address, then you write it undertaking. As the CSO of the place, you undertake to release all his belongings, custody of that hospital today.
My phone is switching outside.
Oh, look, you can send me.
Who called that person to find out if it's still
Bring it. can bring debit for you.
Please, man, what's this?
You know you must write the time as it says. As an next police officer, 209.
Let me call him and find out. I said you should move to my
Okay, cool. Okay.
Emmanuel.
Hello, sir. Can we still meet you in the office? We are we are hooked up in the hold up at Kenya. Okay. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Every day.
Right today, man. We're listening today. You guys are going there. He's going there. Go ahead. Let's go and take his things. Okay, you sign where you see defendants, date, your name first, date and signature. My Dorobus, Alpha. Sign where you see complainant, your name. And the- You let your doctor know. Young people like this that they have, they should remember that the future is stable. And the same people like this can be of support
Yes.
to that place. You understand? So
We check now
situation like
because
this,
of patient. It's supposed to have been here. It's supposed to have been here. I will still make sure
today is what?
today is 15th. Now the doctor can contact company now. know this one now. Actually. So, maybe it is the same hospital that these people were being treated. So we know it. The same hospital. And it's not because of bill. And so he has to contact his lawyer and everything. But I said, don't worry. Thank you, man.
Welcome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
mommy. Thank you very much.
Take the chair.
Daddy, I'm very good.
All right, thank you, viewers. First and foremost, I want to draw the attention of Charity Isibuzo Chima. I believe I've told some of you to be mindful of your comments here. I'm just going to warn you for the last time. If you drop any insulting comments towards anybody, either the members, the fans, the followers, next I'm going to block you. This should be the last warning. Be objective, and even if you want to add your mind or have any opinion, you should be mindful of what you do. Can't be insulting people just like that. Don't use this platform to insult anybody. We don't tolerate such. Thank you. I'm going to delete the comment. The subsequent one will lead to your blocking. All right, thank you everyone. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV and follow us on our Facebook page on Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocacy Center. Thank you. We'll be back in a moment.